What's going on, motherfuckers? It's your boy Dumar Redenbacher here yet again, and I'm going to give you guys a quick how-to video because I ran into this issue. I know a lot of other people run into this issue, and you know me, I just want to help everybody out and make shit a lot simpler. So, this is going to be, it's not going to take me very long because it's that fucking simple. And I'm going to have part numbers. I don't have them in my head right now, but I am going to put part numbers in the bottom of the video or at the end or some shit like that. But yeah, this is how you convert TH400 to a 40K ppm signal for your speed sensor. So if you got a TH400 and an LS, this will let your LS PCM read your transmission speed. So if you got any car with like a digital dash, i.e. Athena, or just really anything newer that you're LS swapping, that has like a PCM that LT1 based PCM or basically like GM stuff 90 or newer, like, so if you LS swap put a TH400, I'm sorry, and like a newer LS car, then yeah, this will make it so all your electronics and all that stuff work just fine. So I am going to show you the few parts and the steps. My trans is already converted, but luckily I have an older trans that isn't converted, so you can see what you would start with versus what you got to do. So without any further ado, here we go. All right, so here is a stock 400 that I got going in the 76 Seville. You guys haven't really seen that, but I'm gonna show it when I do the trans swap. It's just a basic 5.3 4060 now. I don't like how the 4060 feels. It feels like it's gonna do 4060 thing soon. So just to get around that, I'm gonna go ahead and slap this 400 in it. The car originally came with a 400 anyway, so that shouldn't make things too hard. I was able to get a stock drive shaft from a 79 Seville, which would be the same drive shaft that this car had from the factory. So that should be a fairly easy swap. At the most, I might have to cut that drive shaft down and re-weld it, but I mean, that's no big deal. I did it on the Athena, I did it on the drive shaft that's in it. But back to the real meat and potatoes here. Here's the old TH400. Holy shit, I'm close. The old TH400 is right here. This is a stock one. Literally nothing's been done to it besides the tail. I put a shorter tail shaft on it. This is one out of a van, so it has like the straight cut, not a van, I'm sorry, a RV. So this one is actually a 475, which means it has like straight cut gears and all that stuff, but it normally would have a drum on the back of it with like a brake. And got rid of that, and I have just a short tail housing on it. Time for me to go on the ground. So this spur here, just a little plastic here, is what would run a cable drive speedometer. And if you see here, you got this like helical gear. This is what comes factory on it. That's pressed on. That isn't easy to get off, but it's also not fucking impossible. Really, all you need to do is either A, heat this up a fuck ton, and then you should be able to pull it off. You can make like any kind of pry bar you want, puller tool you want to try and get that off. This has a bolt-on yoke, so if I wanted to, I could just put a bolt through here and run some rod down and do all that. But usually when you heat them up, you can kind of just get any kind of strong hook material and just kind of hammer them back. And that, it is possible to do. It's not easy, but it saves you a lot of fucking money. So yeah, you would heat this part up. Try not to heat up the shaft too much, but heat this up, and you would slide this off. And then there's another gear that comes factory on 88 to 90 TH400s. They actually called them a 3L80 from those years. And that is actually what this transmission is. That is what goes in there. And that is how you convert this over. I'm going to show you the difference. But this here is the sensor you're going to need. This sensor is very hard to find. You can't buy it new. So like I said, this is going to be using junkyard parts. You're going to have to do some junkyard hunting. But any 454 truck made between 88 and 90 with a 400 will have this sensor, or a V6 truck with a 400 for those years. Now, if you can find a 5.7 truck with the 400 to have it, but most of those had 700s. Most of the 57s and 305s had 400s. I mean, had 700s, I'm sorry. But this literally will slide right into this hole. As you see, all the sizes are the same. You take this out, you take that gear out, all the sizes are the same. You can slide it on out. And what you will replace it with is this nifty boy. You can still buy these brand fucking new, which is surprising that you can't buy these sensors. What, did I take that butt out yet? Yeah. So this goes in. Sorry, I'm one-handed right now. I would tap it in a little bit more. The O-ring's a little swollen on the outside of it. I'm gonna probably replace that. But as you see here, that will read this 42 for Reluctor wheel here, and this will pick up your speed. And then after that, you convert it just like you would any other LS Speedo ratio. As far as like, this is going to give you the right signal out. So after that, everything in the PCM will be just like if this was a 4060. This is going to give you the same signal as a 4060 coming out, or any other newer GM. Well, I don't know about the super new stuff, but like 4060, 4080, all that stuff. This is going to give you the same output numbers as that. And all you would do, again, heat this up a whole bunch, and then you can just find, like, you wouldn't have this on there, but just find a pipe this diameter, and then after this is hot, you can just tap it on with that pipe. You'll need a long exhaust pipe to go over the output shaft here, and then you just tap this all the way down until it's seated. You're gonna know when it's seated. There's like a little ridge here. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah, it's gonna go all the way down, so it's not like you're gonna have to tap it the entire length. There's only a little bit that you have to clear it off of. Like the boss for it is very small. So where that raises up is where you want it. After you do that, it's as simple as putting this on. This can honestly be done in the car. It's a pain to do it in the car, but you can do this in the car. You wouldn't even have to pull your trans to convert it over. So yeah, I hope that helps a couple of you guys out. It helped me out a whole bunch, other than finding the sensors. And you can find them, they're just pricey. Like, I found one online, dude wanted $100 for it. So I mean, you can buy them, but once you start spending $150, $200, you might find another solution. But if you're a junkyard guy like me and don't mind going all over junkyards until you find what you're looking for, this is definitely the route to go. And it's literally that simple. Doing that, you'll be able to plug up the stock B-body sensor. Actually plugs even into that. So and all the earlier let me see if I can show you what it looks like here. It's gonna be a 2-prong tab. I mean, that's just a regular GM sensor hole. There's nothing uncommon or anything like that. The sensor itself is uncommon, but other than the actual sensor being uncommon, that pigtail is easy to find. You can match that up wherever. So, or whenever you pull one from the yard, fucking ill. Whenever you pull one from the yard, you'll have that, you'll have the option of just cutting the pigtail there too. So, I mean, that's really it. It's that simple. It's a day worth of work if you take all day trying to pull that old sprocket off. Or if you got any precision tool that you feel like you could fit in there, I wouldn't do it, but I mean, you can even probably try and get in there with a little die grinder, but that is still inside your transmission. So I don't like cutting shit inside my trans. People do it. I fucking won't, but people do it. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, it was going to be an easy one. Not really a lot of crazy shit going on, but yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget, let that bitch eat. Domestic violence out, baby.